I found out my wife cheated last weekend. I hate having my breakfast interrupted. Life has a way of challenging the most composed among us, even me. I, owner and CEO of a multi-million-dollar distribution company, was not immune. My colleagues revered my ice-cold demeanor and my ability to remain stoic through any crisis. However, one morning my calm was put to the test in the most intimate sphere of my life. It was a regular morning. My wife, Jessica, and I sat across from each other at our dining table. Usually our breakfasts were quiet, each of us lost in our thoughts as we prepared for the day ahead. But that day, something was off. She was constantly stealing glances at her phone, her laughter a little too forced, her smiles a little too fleeting. I noticed this abnormality. "Who's texting you this early, Jessica?" I asked the first time her phone buzzed. "Oh, it's just this salesperson. Quite annoying," she chuckled nervously, pushing her phone away. Her excuse, coupled with the tension I sensed from her, raised my suspicion. The next time her phone vibrated without a word, I extended my hand. Her hesitance was evident, but my raised eyebrow made her relent. She passed her phone to me like a guilty child handing over a stolen cookie. The text read, "When are you coming back to the city?" I met her gaze. You see, my dear wife had gone to the city just a few weekends ago with some girlfriends of hers. They went shopping and to watch a Cardinals game, then stayed the night before making their way back the next day. They stayed at the Drury, close to the ballpark. I know because I booked them the room. Anyway, she attempted to shrug the message off as harassment, saying it was some stalker she meant to block but forgot. But she'd forgotten one thing. I wasn't just anyone. I was a man who thrived on facts and precision. My gut told me something was wrong. Without a second thought, I composed a message. "I'm thinking maybe this weekend. Want to meet at the Hilton at the ballpark again?" Jessica looked horrified as I sent the message. As expected, a reply buzzed in. "Don't you mean the Drury, Lowell?" An incriminating text stared back at me. I slid the phone across the table, the screen up, the message in full view. I resumed my breakfast as if the world hadn't just shifted. As I finished, I motioned for her phone. Reluctantly, she handed it over and I placed it in my briefcase. I picked up my phone and tapped around on it for a minute and then set it back down. I hate having my breakfast interrupted. I then informed her that an Uber would pick her up in 20 minutes and take her to her parents' house. Before she could utter a word of protest, I raised my hand to stop her. She complied, leaving the room with her head bowed low as she started sobbing. As she disappeared, I called my housekeeper, instructing her to clear out Jessica's belongings and to get them to the third garage bay, where the movers would pack it up and haul it off from there. After finishing my breakfast, I went into my office and I opened my laptop. I sent a video message to my lawyer instructing him to start the divorce proceedings. Then I contacted the mystery man through Jessica's phone, convincing him that Jessica wanted to meet him at the Drury that Saturday evening at 9:15 p.m. But there was a twist. One of my security men would be meeting him there instead. I'll get to that in a minute. Later that day, an unexpected call came through. It was Jessica's father, apologizing for his daughter's indiscretions. I accepted his apology with a courteous nod, although he couldn't see me. He confessed his disappointment in Jessica, assuring me they were ashamed and saddened by her actions. "You've been a good son-in-law, Stephen. We never expected things to end this way," he expressed, his voice filled with regret. He was a good man, worthy of respect, and one from whom no one would have expected a daughter who would become a cheater. Fast forward to the weekend. My security man was excited about his new assignment to go and enjoy the city. I arranged for an envelope with a key and room number to be given to my wife's mystery man at the front desk, the contents unbeknownst to the hotel staff. As planned, the man received the envelope, which was laced in perfume. A note was inside the envelope saying that, "I'll be in the shower when you come in." He read it and made his way to room 413. In the room, he found a scene set for an intimate encounter. Shower running, Taylor Swift music playing from in the bathroom. My security guy heard him jiggle the bathroom door handle, but it was purposely locked. So apparently he got the hint and then went over to the bed, got undressed entirely and laid down on top of the bed covers and waited. But instead of Jessica coming out of the bathroom, he was greeted by a big burly man, my security guy, emerging from the bathroom, shouting threats and chasing him around the room. The sight of this massive man, bare except for a towel, sent the man into a frenzy as he tried to escape the room. My guy was cursing him and demanding what the hell he was doing there, and threatening to beat the hell out of him. He even let his towel fall off, scaring the man even more with the shocking sight. He finally let him escape, completely naked, terrified, and running through the hotel hallway. A call from my security guy confirmed that the operation was a success. "It's finished," he said, his voice filled with a humor I found somewhat contagious. "He's running down the hall completely naked and scared out of his mind." "Enjoy the rest of your weekend," I replied before hanging up, a rare smirk playing on my lips. There was an undeniable sense of satisfaction, a justifiable retribution I felt in that moment. Alone in the house, I experienced a strange sense of liberation. There was some pain there, but I chose not to dwell on it. Instead, I decided to embark on a journey to rediscover myself. I called up some friends, inviting them for a trip to Hawaii. There was a certain thrill in planning this impromptu vacation, a celebration of newfound bachelorhood, an escape from the harsh reality, and a chance to indulge in some good times. As I booked the flights, I envisioned the azure water, the sandy beaches, a bunch of hot women ready for a good time, and the freedom that awaited me. Well, that guy seemed to have taken that all very well. I have a feeling that he is going to be just fine. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.